comes from Arizona.
Of course.
Peaches come from Georgia. Lobster comes from Maine. The wheat fields are the sweet fields of Nebraska. And Kansas gets bonanzas from the grain. Old whiskey comes from old Kentucky. Ain't the country lucky? New Jersey gives us glue. But you come from Rhode Island, and little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Cotton comes from Louisiana, gophers from Montana, and spuds from Idaho. They plow lands in the cowlands of Missouri, where most beef and roast beef seem to grow. Grand Canyons come from Colorado. Gold comes from Nevada. Divorces also do. You come from Rhode Island, and little old Rhode Island is famous for you. Well, pencils come from Pennsylvania, vests from West Virginia, and tents from Tennessee.
Yeah.
What a fun way to open our show. Thank you, Andrea. I love that song, don't you?
I have to check your microphone, Bob. Christian, is his mic still out because it was out before, or is it back?
It's still out, but I can hear him through everybody else's microphone.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have check his battery, and I'll just welcome people. I'll talk to Andrea for a bit while he's checking. There you go. There you go. Hi, Andrea.
How are you doing?
Of course, you can't hear me, right, without Bob's microphone. Or can you?
Can you hear Michael?
Can you hear me, Christian? I know, it's so confusing.
Live TV.
So here's the deal. If you want to see Andrea and you at the same time, all four of us have to be on.
Oh, that's fine. We could all be on.
I'm replacing my battery.
Bob's replacing his battery. He looks like he's replacing a hearing aid battery. Doesn't see?
I can't believe it worked like during sound check, and then it just went dead.
So, Andrea, welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
We were talking about that song a second ago.
Aw.
Rhode Island is famous for you, and you didn't know it. I call it a list song.
Right, I didn't know that was the kind of song, but it is. It's a good way to. Except the first line I messed up, but then I got every list right.
See, yes, and that's amazing because, like, if I miss the first line of the song, there's no coming back.
Oh God.
Bob's back, right?
Is Bob back?
Bob's
Oh,
back.
Bob's back. See?
Thank you,
But
Bob.
Andrea, I can't believe you remembered all that.
Well, I know I've been.
Michael had all the lyrics one time, and he still got them all messed
That's true.
up.
It is a song I do all the time. Like in my head, whenever I'm bored, I'm just like, copper comes from Arizona. I'm doing it all the time.
Did anybody
I
ever
love it.
research that New Jersey gave us glue?
Glue.
What is that?
Right.
I
I
know.
don't know, but
I know.
we're really glad
Is
that
it
they
the
have
Elmer's
the
glue? Is the Elmer's glue plant in New Jersey?
Maybe.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Somebody will look that up. That's what kind of people we have.
Well, Andrea's going to be coming back
Yeah,
in a minute.
Andrea's
I'm
going to
gonna
be
come
back.
back.
So
Okay,
I just
thanks,
wanted to-
Andrea.
We'll see you in a little bit. Don't go away. The door's locked anyway, Andrea. Anyway, thank you for joining us for our first variety show of July. Sorry we weren't with you last week, but we were doing something live at Odette's, the River House at the Odette's, where I was for many, many years. And we had a fun little love fest just celebrating Odette's 125th birthday. And just a whole bunch of singers showed up, ones that you've seen on the show. And we had a lot of fun and did a lot with 3 hours of a 3-hour show. Let's put it that way.
It's fun. It's
So
fun.
it was a lot of fun. But
There may have been a few drinks.
Yes, there may have, I believe. And thank you all for tuning in tonight. I see Eileen's out there, and Michael and Bennett and Sharon Freeman, who's been sending us some wonderful pictures lately, and Patricia. And I saw that Michelle Mercado's out there, of course, and James Henry, and the rest of you all. And we'll say hello to you as we go along. We're just thrilled to be back tonight.
It's good
We
to be
also
back.
have people that have never. Andrea's been here in the studio before, but the other two
Yes.
singers have never been in the studio.
I looked to my left and I just see 3 beautiful women. It's like the room is filled with beautiful girls, right? And then the old dog's on this side,
Yes. So
fixing his hearing aid. So that's what they would look like, right? You're like looking, you're pulling this thing out of your. It's terrible. We're getting old.
well, tonight's list of songs is really cool. It's a lot of great American songbook, but not the ones you hear all the time. The
No.
ones that I light up when I hear, because nobody does them. There are very few people do them, and you kind of know them when you hear them. And then we also have a little Broadway in the show too, and a little bit of pop.
We
a
do.
pop song
And
too,
a little
so-
preview of what we're going to see next week.
And a little preview for
Yeah.
next week. But Karen Lee is getting ready, so let's say hi.
Let's bring Karen up. Yeah, come on,
Let's say
Karen.
hi to Karen Lee.
Karen Lee.
Karen Lee arrived tonight. I have to tell you, Karen Lee arrived. There she is. She's here in person. And I said, welcome back. She says, I've never been here before. I said, you sure? She says, yes. Are you sure? Never. And then I do a typical Sagittarius thing. I say, never at any of the parties? She's like, I guess I wasn't invited.
I actually didn't say that, Bob.
No, I've said that. I was waiting for you to say it. There weren't that many parties.
There weren't that many. She's
I swear
always
I have
invited.
a picture of you floating in my swimming pool.
No, we had her floating in a purple pool during the pandemic, playing her saxophone. Remember? But I don't.
Legendary.
She's always invited. We just haven't had a party in a very, very long
Very
time.
long time. There hasn't been that many. Actually, somebody else, I think it was Rand said, did I fall off the list? I said, Rand, there hasn't been a party in 8 years. So
It's kind of true.
anyway, the Karen's got some great songs for us tonight. Karen, let's talk about Karen first, Michael.
Well, yeah, because Karen Lee hasn't been here, and I don't know if a lot of people know what you do for a living, Karen, because you are like one of the angels sent from God to work in a very challenging school district. But you've been there a long time. You're a teacher.
Yes, I am. I've been a teacher in the Asbury Park School District for 21 years, and I've been teaching music in New Jersey public schools for going on 35 years now.
Public school teacher. It's amazing. And you bring a lot to the table because first of all, I think you just got your master's during COVID, right?
I did. I finally, it took me almost 10 years to complete my master's degree in jazz history and research. I wrote a 308-page thesis entitled Jazz at the Jersey Shore, Past, Present, and Future. And I highlight a lot of the musicians from the past as well as people that are still out there now trying to keep jazz on the map. It's a
And
beloved American art form.
You're part of that because you play how many instruments?
I never count. People always can rattle off a number. I play instruments from every family: woodwind, brass, strings, percussion, piano. I get a little agitated when people say they play everything because nobody plays everything. I don't play the bassoon or the oboe, or even the harmonica.
But you play a mean steel drum, don't you?
Yeah.
Not really. There are people that do play a mean steel drum, so I want to give them their respect and not claim to play everything.
You do play a wonderful array of woodwind instruments, and you're going to play tonight. You're going to play some flute.
A little bit of flute for
And
me,
I've heard you
yes.
play sax, and I've heard you play so many other things, and it's just natural for you to be in the middle of a song, and you just grab an instrument, and next thing you know, you're jamming, and it's the coolest thing because it's almost like it's an extension of your arm. right? It just
Try to
shows
make
up.
it smooth.
Yeah, it just shows up. So, and you're doing a song that I know has been around for decades, but it sort of made a resurgence when Linda Ronstadt brought it back on the Nelson Riddle album. You were doing that one first, right? You Go to My Head?
Yes.
Yes. And so that to me is one of the best versions of it because that orchestra. But I heard you and Bob do it tonight. It's pretty darn close to my favorite. So once again, Karen Lee.
Thank you so much. Go to my head and you linger like a haunting refrain, and I find you spinning round in my brain like the bubbles in a glass of champagne. You go to my head like a sip of sparkling burgundy brew, and I find the very mention of you like the kicker in a julep or two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea casts a spell over me. Still I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Are you sure this could ever be? You go to my head with a spark that makes my temperature rise, like a summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes, though I'm wondering if this heart of mine stands one ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head. The thrill of the thought that you might give one thought to my plea casts a spell over me. Still I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Are you sure this could ever be? You go to my head with a spark that makes my temperature rise, like a summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes, though I'm wondering if this foolish heart of mine stands a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head. You go to my
Beautiful, Karen and Bob.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. You know, I got nervous there because I saw the mic is muted came on.
Oh no, you don't look. Don't look at the mute thing. It's
I saw that. I'm like, oh no! And then I
No.
realized it was probably your mic that was
yeah,
muted.
yeah. It has nothing to do with you.
We
Brought
wouldn't
me back
mute
to
you.
COVID days, trying to teach kindergartners
How to be
that
on
I'd
Zoom?
never met online when we were all trying to teach children that were stuck at home. And we would have kindergartners at 1:30 in the afternoon that had been looking at a little box all day, trying to learn math and English and all that. And I was like, hi, I'm your music teacher. And jumping around, putting on Michael Jackson songs, trying to get them to get up off the couch, you know, and get out of that COVID funk.
My sister's a teacher, and she said during COVID, like, teaching the kids in the box was a challenge because, like, something would happen, like a cat would walk through the background, and then she's like, "Oh, I have a cat too." Then they'd all run and get their pets, right? So they'd all show up and show their pets on screen. She's like, "We're trying to math, you know."
We saw all kinds of things in the background. I'm going to leave it right there.
I bet you did. You're going to grab your instrument and then come right back. Karen's going to be back in a second with another song. Bob,
It's right here.
You're going to say hello to some people in the meantime?
Oh yeah, I just I also saw that bunch of people out there. Cousin Patty's watching from Florida, where I heard it's very hot. According to one of my friends I talked to today, she said it is very hot. We have, and I see it. Penny's out there too, and Claudia's with us, who's been on our show, and TJ is watching.
Yes.
Karen,
Yes.
TJ,
Yeah.
Jane Stephens is watching from the UK, and Judy, and Dottie, and Eileen Scheibner, and Catherine Jekyll Norbury, and
There's a whole list there in front of you, and
yeah.
you can
oh,
grab
there,
it.
oh, there is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't miss anybody, because, you know.
John
it's-
Ward, yes, John Ward will
Yes.
be on our show in a couple weeks when we do our tribute to Andrew Lloyd
Webber, yes.
Andrew Lloyd Webber,
Yes.
or Lord Andrew Lloyd
Lord,
Webber.
yes.
He'll be here live, and Joni
Oh.
Schneider's out there.
Yes, she's out there.
I gotta get Joni back up here. She said she'll even record if we have to.
Oh,
We
nice.
gotta get Joni on. We miss her. And who else did I miss? Lorelei, Ed McLaughlin, Vincent from Chicago, Bill Souter, Aileen. I knew Aileen would be there. This is your kind of music tonight, Aileen. And Aileen and Vinny.
Yeah.
And Phil Zipkin, Terry Marks, and Jimmy Two Canes, Rachel Weifel, Tony Ruggieri, Dawn is out there, Dawn Kent.
Hi, Dawn.
And Mary Hal Morris and Tyler, Texas, and Julie and Ken Standing. Oh, there's more. Karen Clayton and Jim McNichols, yes. Cecily Laidman, I was just
Oh,
talking about you.
Cecily's there. Hi, Cecily.
Cecily, I just found out you know my neighbor in Asbury Park, Marcia. She came up to me last night and said, do you know Cecily Laidman? I said, I know Cecily Laidman. So that just want to know, your ears should have been ringing last night. Anyway, let's get back.
By the way, Vincent Dorado says Elmer's products were based on 221 River Street in Hoboken, New Jersey.
See?
So I guess
It
Elmer
takes a man from
Blue,
Chicago
yeah.
to figure that out.
Well, you know, Vincent is.
None of us ever researched it, but we thought about that for 30 years about the song.
I think Vincent wasn't eventually. We say he's from Chicago, but wasn't he really from South Jersey?
He's from Jersey.
Yeah, so he would know these things.
All right, so Karen's going to do one of my favorite songs ever. This was a surprise to me because I didn't think she was going to do this, and then when she told me, I was thrilled.
Karen.
I'm still thrilled. You can come back into the
You come back.
mic.
You can talk about this. So this song, what do you love about this song?
I love the lyric, and it's just so romantic. It's just the most romantic lyric about the realness of love, and it's not about all the other things outside of you. It's just what you can offer someone from your soul and your heart, not material things. So I love that. And I always, when I do my own shows, I always close with this show because it's called That's All. So I like to do this at the end of my set, and I like to do it slow, as a bossa nova, as an up-tempo. It just lends itself to any kind of interpretation. So I hope you enjoy this version of it.
Can't wait to see what you do, Karen Lee.
can only give you love that lasts forever, and a promise to be near each time you call. And the only heart I own for you and you alone, baby, that's all. Baby, that's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose warning light will warm the winter night. Baby, that's all. Baby, that's all. Well, there are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy, but all I have are these arms to enfold you, and the love time will never destroy. Now if you're wondering what I'm offering in return, dear, I'm asking for one little request, and it's small. Say it's me that y'all adore, for now and nevermore. Baby, that's all. That's all. Well, there are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you this world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time will never destroy. Now if you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Just say it's me that y'all adore, for now and nevermore. That's all. Baby, that's all. Baby, that's all. That's all. That's all, folks.
That's all with Karen Lee.
Love it, Karen.
And she'll be back one more
I
time.
Thank
love
you so
it.
much.
And Karen, that's not all, because you're coming back.
One
too.
more time. She'll be back in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good to see
Karen.
everyone out there.
Yay, Karen. All right, our next singer is going to get ready.
Yeah, come on up. Our next singer.
Because this is her first time on this show.
So I just want to dig right in and talk to her right away.
Yeah, let's get talking
let's
to
get
her.
talking.
Let's find out about Annalise.
Annalise, and you're going to have to lean all the way into the microphone when you're talking.
Will do, will do.
So Annalise, tell me. I asked two questions. First of all, the first one is, when did you start singing, or what got you singing?
I started singing probably when I was like 7. I was in grade school. I was doing theater at my school, and my drama teacher, my very first teacher of the arts ever, I remember she pulled my mom aside one afternoon when my mom was picking me up, and she was like, you know, your daughter might be pretty good. I think maybe she should do some lessons or something, because I think you should get on that. And ever since then, it's been what, I don't even know, 12 years, 13 years.
And you're still doing a lot of singing, right? And performing.
Yes.
You've been in a lot of shows,
I have.
but you're not. I just looked. I took a peek at your Facebook page, but you're studying communications.
I am. I'm studying communications at Syracuse University. Yes.
So all of that performing will help you in other ways.
Definitely. You have to have a nice presence when
Yeah.
you're a journalist as well. So there's some performance in it, but my passion, I think, will always be singing and music and the arts. So I'm very happy to be here.
And you're singing today. Looking at your choices, You're the Broadway girl today.
I'm the Broadway girl today. I have a very tough act to follow. These two beautiful women have very unique and amazing voices, and but you know what? That's music, and that's what's cool about it, is that we're all a little bit different. So.
Yeah, that is cool. And you're doing 3 very different pieces.
Yes.
And
So actually, she doesn't even realize
Yes.
that she's doing with the first piece she's going to do. We're doing a little tie over from our Hammerstein show a couple weeks ago, in which we did not get to do this song, or I don't think we even did anything from. No, we did do something from the show, but we didn't do this song. And later on, she's going to do a song from the theme of next week's show.
that is
So-
correct. She's bridging the weeks.
So she is
Bridging
bridging
the
the weeks with this one.
Perfect.
So
Annalise Piemonte.
yeah.
10 minutes ago, I saw you. I looked up as you walked through the door. My head started reeling. It gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago, I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found him. He's an angel with the light and the stars of his eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and he's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. In the arms of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. He's
You're
an
an angel.
angel with the light and the stars of his eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and he's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love, I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
There you go, little Rogers and Hart.
And my tricky arrangement that I threw at you.
Very
Rachel, for
fun,
the-
very fun. We got there. We finished
you can-
it. We got
We
there.
did it. Yes, nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt. Very important.
Nobody ran out the door. They can't. We locked it.
Good, good.
You know, I know almost no one who sings this song and this next song, and it's from a Marvin Hamlish musical that was not particularly successful. But this song sticks out from the show. And do you want to talk a little bit about the song? Have you sung this prior? You weren't in the show, were you?
No, I was not in this show, but like a lot of little girls, I grew up with the Disney movies and The Little Mermaid and Jodie Benson, so this kind of became more known because Jodie Benson sang it. It's from Smile,
Yes.
which, like you said, was not a super popular show, but has some really, really good music in it, and it's been in my book for kind of a little while.
It's
one
about
of my faves.
It's about beauty pageants.
It is.
Yeah, the show. I remember when it was out. I'm old enough to know that.
And Michael, if you know, I don't know if you know this, but the lyricist is Howard Ashman.
There
who
you go.
wrote most of his stuff with
Yes.
Alan Menken, who we're featuring
Yes.
next week. So, Annalise, you are a complete thread tonight.
You are our Kevin Bacon of the night.
What can I say?
Yes. So, Annalise Piemonte.
Hot Sunday night, I guess the folks were busy fighting. Joan already left home. 11 years old on my own, feeling nothing but lonely. There's nothing to do, there's nothing out there but the traffic down on State 93. So I'd sit through the night by our old black and white TV. That's where I saw it. That's when I heard it. Calling, calling. let the mountain reface. It's only plywood and paste. Go on, say it. I'll turn around and tell you I don't care. I don't care. I will live in Disneyland. Make my home in Disneyland. Maybe it's so fake. That's a chance I'll take. It's perfectly okay. Someone give me Disneyland. Take me there to Disneyland. And when I get to Disneyland, I'll stay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
Thank
That's
you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
I was just looking something up. So Jonathan Brantley's out there, and he said he just bought the poster
No way.
to Smile.
Oh my gosh.
So
funny.
once again, all these weird sort of like,
Wow.
you know, yeah. That was
What
great.
do you know, Jonathan? And it's like must be a lot of stuff out there in the.
But yeah, there's a lot of
Out there
connecting going on tonight. Thanks to our Kevin Bacon of the night.
A lot of common
Annalise.
thread here
And
tonight.
she'll be back.
She'll be back with
Six-
something from Little Shop.
Yeah,
later
6
on.
degrees of Annalise.
So before we do Michael time, we want to thank you all for so many people. And when we told them we were cutting back the show, said please don't. We would miss you. So we're not. But when I'm away on April 1st, playing up in Cape Cod,
August 1st.
we won't have a show. April 2nd, August 2nd. So we won't have a show then. But anyway, thank you for continuing to support it. Every little bit that everybody has sent has meant so much, and it all adds up to pay for many of the expenses like the piano tuning, all the music, the equipment, the high-speed internet, the producers,
I mean, it keeps you from taking a job every Wednesday night, too, actually.
and yeah, because
'Cause
I
if you
want to
didn't,
be
you'd
with
have to
you.
take a
This is
job,
not a
yeah.
job. This is a
I
act
know,
of love.
but-
That's a love fest. This got us through COVID.
It's
all
also a
of us.
job.
Jane Arthur loves the song Disneyland.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Jane might have even sung that
And
once.
there's Beth Hansen out there, and you know who else?
And my niece Nicole.
Your niece Nicole.
I saw Nicole.
Yeah.
So Michael, it's Michael time.
Part 1. Part 1.
Part 1.
Part 1. When you just give love and never get love, you better let love depart. I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You made me leave my happy home. You took my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, love brings such misery and pain. I know I'll never be the same since I fell for you. Well, it's too bad and it's too sad, but I'm in love with you. You love me, then you snub me. Oh, what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Oh, I guess I'll never the blues most every night since I fell for you. Oh, well, but it's too bad and it's too sad, but I'm in love with you. You love me, then you snub me. Oh, what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Oh, I guess I never see light. I get the blues most every night since I fell for you. Since I fell for you. Since I fell for you.
Yeah. Nice belting one out, Michael.
There you go. Something a little
I
different.
don't think I've heard you
Correct.
sing that in 10 years. Something like that. Anyway.
And you know who's back? Andrea Carlson.
Andrea Carlson's back. By the way, one of the things about Andrea's getting back, one of the things I want to talk to you about with Andrea is, and the reason, the songs that she's doing tonight, all 3 songs that she's singing tonight
Well, no,
are on. Oh wait, the first one wasn't, was it?
no.
No, but because you made her sing the
But
first
the
one.
next 2 songs, these 2 songs are on her new CD, which is called "To Edinburgh and Back." Tell us about this. I love
Yeah,
every.
tell us about the CD.
I love every.
And pull the
song.
microphone up so higher so I can hear you.
Okay, to Edinburgh and back, right? That's the back, and then the front is me in the studio. Can you show?
You show the front, Bob?
Oh,
You
yeah.
show the back.
There's
yeah, there
the-
you go. This is the front. There you go.
So that's what's happening. I'm singing in Scotland, and then turn it around, and then I fly back, whoo, and I come back here, and then I add musicians from these amazing soloists from Philly, like Larry McKenna, and Stan Slaughter, and Ron Kerber, and Ben Gleese. You just name it. I've got amazing sounding instrumentalists on there, but what happens is every year I go to Scotland to play in the Fringe Festival, and I've developed a great friendship with some musicians there that I ended up recording. And the reason is jazz is definitely international. If you think about any music that is all over the world, it is the Great American Songbook. It's the jazz, and it's our language. So it was pretty cool to bridge that ocean.
Fantastic. And so you're going to sing 2 songs from your CD, and I can't wait to hear them. Andrea Carlson.
Thank you.
Okay. Wasn't ready.
You had all the time in the world.
You do, or I had. Hang on. I just want to make sure I get the right key,
Well, that's important.
because
That's
that
important.
would not be good. There it is. Okay.
Andrea, once again, and you can see, and I like that you left the CD there to remind people that Andrea Carlson, her new CD, 2 songs. Once again, Andrea.
All right.
You ready? Here we go.
You turned the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought a lovely present you bought, why hadn't you brought me more? But now when you'd come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store you used to call me the top. You put me up on a throne, you let me fall with the drop. Now I'm out on my own. After thinking it over and over, I've got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of a bee, you turn the tables on me. presents you brought. Why hadn't you brought me more? But now when you come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You put me up on a throne. You let me fall with the drop. Now I'm out on my own. After thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me, just like the sting of a bee. You turn the tables on me, just like the sting of a bee. You turn the tables on me.
Andrea Carlson.
Cute and short.
That's cute.
I love that song.
And I love any song that ends with ding, ding, ding. Anyway.
Yeah, I like
I used to
that
do
too.
that with my friend AJ Tyndale. That was one of her big numbers.
Talk
She was the only one that ever sang that with me until today.
Talk about this next song. So, what can you tell me about this next song you're singing?
This next song was very special. It was written, probably inspired by Puccini, but it was probably around 1917. Very old song. What I love about this song is that it sounds very modern. I can't get over 100 years ago, a song like this was written. Now the lyrics are beautiful, but of course it tells the story. Takes us, well, you'll find out.
Excellent. Andrea Carlson.
There's a story told of a little Japanese sitting demurely neath the cherry blossom trees. Miss Butterfly, her name, a sweet little innocent child was she, till a fine young American from the sea to her garden came. They met 'neath the cherry blossoms every day. He taught her how to love the American way, to love with your soul was so easy to learn. Then he sailed away with a promise to return. Poor butterfly, 'neath the blossoms waiting. Poor butterfly, for she loved him so. The moments pass into hours, the hours pass into years, and as she smiles through her tears, she murmurs low, the moon and I know that he be faithful. I'm sure he'll come to me by and by. But if he don't come back, then I'll never sigh or cry. I just must die. Poor butterfly. The moments pass into hours, the hours pass into years, and as she smiles through her tears, she murmurs low, the moon and I know that he'll be faithful. I'm sure he'll come to me by and by. But if he don't come back, then I'll never sigh or cry. I just must die. Poor
Lovely song and beautifully done.
Thank you so much.
Nobody ever does
Thank
that.
you, Andrea.
I love that song. I was telling Andrea before that when I played back in the 80s at the Surgeonsville Inn in New Jersey, there was a man that was his favorite song, and I would play that every week for him and his wife. And one time he came in with the cassette. This is back when we did everything in cassettes. And it was double-sided, and it was like an hour and a half of different versions of that song. So
Cute.
I have known that song
amazing.
since I was in my 20s. So.
Well, thank you,
And
Andrea.
nobody's
Thank
ever
you.
sung it for me until you.
Oh, wow. It was a
Even
real
Donna and
honor.
Stephen Long's out there.
Thank
I bet
you.
Stephen knew that too. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love these great old songs. So Annalise is back already. Yay, we're going to do something from Little Shop.
You
Thank
know,
so
Bob,
much,
we
Andrea.
lost you again on your microphone.
You did?
We did. Are you plugged in and turned on?
Yes, that's weird. Those are new batteries too.
Well, I'll see if I can get you back. I will get you some batteries while you are playing this next song.
Those were new ones too. This will take me 1 second. It's just weird. I wonder if it's something else now. If there's another problem.
I don't know. In the meantime,
That'll take me 1 second.
Okay.
Get out of here. So ask you.
what?
Yeah.
And I know they know it's live, right? In the meantime, we're getting ready. Like Bob already mentioned, next week's shows. Actually, next week we're doing the music of
Alan Menken.
Alan Menken, who wrote not only for Broadway but a lot for Disney. And he wrote, of course, Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, but he also wrote a plethora of songs with various other writers. In fact, there was one point, I think Patty Lee only wanted to sing a song, and I said, that's not Alan Menken, and it turns out he wrote the lyrics, and he almost never writes the lyrics. So that's going to be a really interesting week of a lot of movie and Broadway songs. Are you back, Bob?
Am I back? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Can you hear? Are we back, Christian? With Bob?
Bob's back?
He's back.
Bob's
okay,
back,
great.
okay.
Bob's back. Yeah.
This is very strange. Oh, well. I
You
don't
know
know
what else
about
is-
these Energizer batteries.
They don't keep going. But it's the heat. Nothing likes the heat. My poor plants. I left this morning, and the little hanging baskets looked fine. I came back, they were dead. So hopefully that little water will bring them back. Speaking of coming back.
Speaking of plants.
Yeah, plants. Here's Annalise Piemonte.
I love this song. I love this song. So I'm so glad you're going to do it tonight.
This is Alan Menken.
A matchbox of our own, a fence, a real chain link, a grill out on the patio, disposal in the sink, a washer and a dryer, and an ironing machine. In a tract house that we share, somewhere that's green. He He rakes and trims the grass. He loves to mow and weed. I cook like Betty Crocker, and I look like Donna Reed. There's plastic on the furniture to keep it neat and clean. In the pine so scented air, somewhere that's green. Between our frozen dinners and our bedtime, 9 to 15, we'll watch all the movies on our big, enormous 12-inch screen. I'm his December bride, his father, he knows best. Our kids watch Howdy Doody as the sun sets in the west. A picture out of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. Far from Skid Row, I dream we'll go somewhere that's green.
Annalise Piemonte.
Thank you.
Annalise. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Of
What a
course,
wonderful
so
version.
happy to be here.
Great. And as we mentioned, it is indeed Alan Menken music. And next week we're going to have that. What else do we have in the coming weeks, Bob? Did you mention any of the other?
And then we have, so next week we have Alan Menken, then the following week we have another variety show
Yes.
in which we have some very special guests that night, including some people that have never been here also. I think that is the night with, let me just double check because I didn't have time to print that out before we got on. That is the night we have Zach Taglioli will be here that night.
Live and in person.
And Karen Gross is going to be back finally. And Jay Walensky will be here live also.
Fantastic.
So that's going to be a fun variety show. And then the following week, we're doing Andrew Lloyd Webber. Oh, I'm sorry, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
That is to you.
Yes. He's
So-
not on Broadway anymore, so we've decided to do it here.
Yeah.
Why not?
So before Karen starts, I wanted to thank Christian. Thank you, Christian, for being out there with us every minute, holding our hands, getting us through this,
He's away. He's not
running
notice,
everything so smooth.
notice he's not at his home. He is.
Where are you?
I am away. I am at Lake Somerset, Illinois, about an hour west of Chicago.
And he said it's hotter than hell.
It is so hot.
Yeah. It's hot here
I
too.
think it's.
I
just
did not get the memo. I did not dress appropriately.
Oh well. At least there's a lake.
There is a lake, and like I wish you could see like behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm in one of those cabins from Dirty Dancing.
Nobody
looks
puts
like. That's what it
Christian
looks
in the
like.
corner.
Yeah, that's right.
We just make him go to Illinois. So
But I'll be back next week for Alan Menken.
awesome. Thanks, Christian.
Thanks, Christian. So Karen and I were talking. This is a song that Karen and Lee and I occasionally, maybe if we're lucky, Karen, once a year, we get to do this song together at the shore. And I thought, since you're going to be here tonight, and this seems so appropriate right now, it's always appropriate. But I just something said to me all day, I want to hear Karen Lee sing this tonight. The lyrics of this are amazing.
It's great, and it's a song from Jacques Brel's Alive and Well and Living in Paris. I love this song.
I first heard this musical but way back in the 70s, and I fell in love with every single song on the recording. And I want to dedicate this to Jan Moore because she asked me about this song last night at the Asbury Hotel. And she came up and said she really liked the way I did this song. I didn't even know I was doing this song tonight till I got here, but I
Yeah,
always
surprise.
I always love to sing this because the message is so universal. I hope you enjoy it.
So thank you to Jan once again, Karen Lee.
If we only have love, then tomorrow will dawn, and the days of our years will rise on that morn. If we only have love to embrace without fears, we can kiss with our eyes, we can sleep without tears. If we only have love with our arms open wide, then the young and the old will stand at our side. If we only have love, love that's flowing like rain, then the parched desert earth will grow green again. If we only have love for the hymn that we shout, for the song that we sing, then we'll have a way out. If we only have love, we can reach those in pain. We can heal all our wounds. We can use our own names. If we only have love, we can melt all the guns and then give the new world to our daughters and sons. If we only have love, then Jerusalem stands, and then death has no shadows. There are no foreign lands. If we only have love, we will never bow down. We'll be tall as the pines, neither heroes nor clowns. If we only have love, then we'll only be human, and we'll drink from the ground to be born once again. Then with nothing at all but the little we are, we'll have conquered all time, all space, the sun, and the stars. If we only have love.
All you need is love. Thank you.
Good song, Karen.
Karen Lee. Great
Great
song.
job,
Great
too.
song.
Love that. Thanks for doing that, Karen.
Beautifully done.
I want to also say hi to some other people out there and our wonderful angels who have been with us from day one with the show, the Jekyll family and Sam and Happy Shipley and Kathy and Ted Fernberger, as well as George and Donna and Judy Polinovsky and my friend Ruth Bennick and Rose and Joan and Andy and Marianne and a long list of other people out there that have been with us, Marjorie and Patricia. Thank you all so much. You guys have been I don't think you missed the show. So
No, I don't think they have. And when they miss, they go back and watch. Like they'll tell me, "I didn't see you this week. I'm going to watch it tomorrow over breakfast."
Watch it this week.
They're crazy, yeah.
So
I love it.
Karen's surprise when she arrived tonight was that that she was going to have to sing that song, which turned out to be real well.
Beautiful.
My surprise was to find out I have to play this song.
Well, you know, you asked me what I haven't done yet, and I threw this at you. You could have said no.
I know. I
Coulda
could have
said
said, "Give me a
no.
day to rehearse it," but
No,
all
this
right.
is this is a song from The Secret Garden and the Broadway musical back 1991, and I did a local production of it, and I auditioned for this role and didn't get it. I was like kind of disappointed because I sung it really well, and then I got like third ghost from the left, you know, like somebody in the back of the chorus. But always be aware that the situations that present themselves to you, because that was a transformative like show for me. I met so many people I loved in that show, and we had a great time, and it was such a fun show to run. That sometimes you're given the gift you need and not the gift you ask for. So I always think of that when I think of the song. So this is from The Secret Garden. A bit of earth, she wants a little bit of earth. She'll plant some seeds. The seeds will grow. The flowers bloom, but is the bounty what she needs? How can she chance to love a little bit of earth? Does she not know the earth is cold and doesn't care if one small girl wants things to grow? She needs a friend. She needs a father, brother, sisters, mother's arms. She needs to laugh. She needs to dance and learn to work her girlish charms. She needs a home, the only thing she really needs I cannot give. Instead she asks a bit of earth to make it live. She should have a pony, gallop across the moor. She should have a doll's house with 100 rooms per floor. Why can't she ask for a treasure? Something that money can buy, that won't die. When I give her the world, she asked instead for some earth. A bit of earth. She wants a little bit of earth. She'll plant some seeds. The seeds will grow. The flowers bloom their beauty, just the thing she needs. She'll grow to love the tender roses, lilies fair, the iris tall. And then in fall, her bit of earth will freeze and kill them all. A bit of earth, a bit of earth, a bit of earth, a bit of
Nice, Michael.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Nice to see you.
I haven't played that song in many.
So when do you get up? Two people over here, Andrea and Andrea, come here with me. We're going to say goodbye.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight,
You're on
celebrating
two people. On
what
the-
we love to celebrate, which is just great music, great songs, and like I say, the what makes a great song is a marriage between melody and lyrics, and that's tonight was no exception. I think every song had both of those. So, thank you all for being here. You girls were amazing, and I hope you'll come back now that you know how to get here. And thank you, Christian. And I love you all. Thank you for being with us. And thank you, Michael. And we'll see you next week.